McKenzie Kersen. Living in the land down under. We all associate Australia with Steve Irwin, the famous crocodile hunter, kangaroos, and the phrase, "good day, mate." Although most people have a basic knowledge of this intriguing continent and country, its distant, almost mysterious persona makes one wonder about how Australia originated and what really goes on in the land down under. Are Australians really descended from convicts? Do kangaroos really roam freely in the outback? Are kangaroo meat and Vegemite really as nasty as they sound? I will answer all these questions and more in my speech about the magical, far-off place we call Australia. The three main points I would like to highlight about Australia are the culture and how it originated, the animals and wildlife, and the nature oddities and beauties from the beaches to the outback. Australia was first discovered by the Aborigines who migrated from Asia between 40,000 to 70,000 years ago. Then, in the late 1700s, the British government made Australia a place where they could send convicts. As far as we know, today's Australians may very well be descended from criminals, although they do not act like criminals by any means. According to Griffith University, Australian culture values democracy, freedom of speech and religion, and equality. The university's website states that there are no formal class distinctions in Australia, and there is no segregation between people of different incomes or backgrounds. It sounds like if all countries could be like Australia, the world would be a much happier, laid-back place. Australian food is definitely different than what Americans eat. Some of their most popular dishes are Vegemite and kangaroo meat pies. Non-Australians have described Vegemite as a mix of salt and battery acid. I tried a kangaroo pie when I traveled to Australia, and it definitely is an acquired taste. I think when I want foreign food, I'll stick to Mexican, Chinese, and Greek. Australia is home to some of the most exotic and deadliest animals in the world. According to the Animal Facts Encyclopedia, approximately 90% of the animals native to Australia are found nowhere else, including the kangaroo, koala, echidna, dingo, platypus, wallaby, and wombat. Even though Australia is known as the smallest continent, its isolation has made for a large number of exotic species that are not found anywhere else in the world. The encyclopedia also states that Australia is home to the only egg-laying mammals in the world, the amazing echidna and the extraordinarily odd duck-billed platypus. I think these facts go to show that Australia's animals are definitely unique and rare. Australia's sea life is also unique but very dangerous. For example, the stonefish, which is only found in tropical Australia, has spikes that can cause severe pain. Also only found in tropical Australian waters are the box jellyfish and the irukandji, both which have powerful stings that have been known to cause paralysis and even death. When I visited Australia, my ocean dips were tentative and in shallow water. From beautiful sandy beaches to the vast dry outback, Australia has many unique geographical features for such a small continent. The Great Barrier Reef, located in Australia, has been a World Heritage Site since 1981. A National Geographic article about the Great Barrier Reef states, "This sprawling coral reef system is one of the most biological, diverse places on the planet. This reef, which is about the size of Montana and contains numerous different species of fish and other sea creatures, is just one of the magical wonders of Australia." Another is Fraser Island, which is the world's largest sand island. My favorite attraction of Australia that I have been to are the Blue Mountains. These stunning mountains give off a blue hue because of the eucalyptus oil and the gum trees that cover the mountains. It is truly fascinating how Australia is so diverse in its plant, animal, and geographical life. I can see why Aussies are so proud to call this beautiful continent their home. In conclusion, Australia is the smallest continent, but amazingly beautiful with an outstanding diversity of flora, fauna, and terrains. When most people think of Australia, they think of kangaroos, Vegemite, and shrimp on the bargain. In my opinion, the most fascinating aspects of Australia are the culture, the native animals and sea life, and the geographical beauties and oddities. Australia was one of the most amazing places I have visited, and if given the chance, I would jump on a plane immediately and go back. I hope this speech has been enlightening as to why the land down under is an amazing continent and country. This is my audience.